Welcome back to the Final Fantasy XII playthrough, and this time we're going to enter into Lowtown. Yeah, that place I mentioned last time, that's kind of like the slums of Midgar in Final Fantasy VII, only it's kind of not really, well, when you look at it. And boy, howdy is this place boring. I mean, look at this map. We've got a few story areas and 2 regular shops. Ooh, I'm totally gonna come back here every once in a while. And the shops don't even have anything interesting yet. Nudge, nudge, wink, wink. But for now, all they have are potions and antidotes, and you don't even go up against enemies that cast poison yet. So we're just gonna go and meet our friend Old Dalan, who's going to teach us a way to get into the Archadien party. Over at the palace. You know, that area over there.
If it isn't Von Ratsbane.
Well, if it isn't another over-the-top performance.
Bigger and in armor by the East Gate.
What? You already heard
It wasn't the
about
Archadian soldiers with their offensive British voices, it's this guy with the Indian voice. Hooray.
It's coming to them someday, believe me. But that's not why I'm here.
Also, why is he petting a pink bunny?
Do tell.
I want to know how to sneak into the palace. They've got to have some great stuff in there. Thought I'd partake.
Not one to mince words, are you, boy? The Empire protects all that's hers, and that means the palace and all the treasures inside.
That's why I'm gonna do it. To take back what's ours.
Take back what's ours that was stolen from us, and then I'm going to take it, but it...
So our champion of the
I haven't thought
sewers
about what's going to happen
aspires
afterwards.
noble action. Admirable. Perhaps I can help you. Now that I think on it, there was a rumor. Yes, a secret passageway into the palace vaults, a door, and a magic stone that opens
Isn't there
the way.
always?
That's it. This is exactly why I came to talk to you first, Dalan. So, where's this, magic stone?
Don't look at that book, camera. Don't look at that book. Stop it.
Oh, I've had it
Stop
for
it, stop it.
years, if I can remember where I've tucked it away.
Yes, I've had this stone forever, but unfortunately I need you to go halfway across the world, get a magic sword, 4 mystical runes, and then slay a dragon. Nah, I'm just messing with you. Here it is. It's actually kind of funny when you think about it. In Legend of Zelda games, we usually have to do that to get some basic item to move the story forward, and here you just kind of get the mystical MacGuffin. Except it's run out of power and we have to go charge it up. Huzzah! So yeah, now we gotta go over to Giza Plains, so that way we can charge up the Crescent Stone with the Sunstone, so that way we can sneak into the Archadian Palace, steal some treasure, and hopefully break out. Fortunately, Giza Plains is just a little to the right over here. But it's kind of weird, really, just having to go and charge up our mystical MacGuffin with a battery, pretty much. A magic battery, if you will. Here's something to talk about. You probably noticed that orange crystal over there. What does it do? Well, nothing really. It does the same stuff as a regular save crystal, except it has one special function. If you have a teleport stone on you, you can use that to teleport to any other teleport crystal you've seen before. It's kind of like Fly in Pokemon, except you need to have some kind of mystical rock to use it. And over here, we are now in Giza Plains. What's so special about Giza Plains? Nothing really. It's got level 3 hyenas, which are pretty much the same thing as the wolves you fought in the Ester Sands. And it's got Giza rabbits, which are just rabbits. Although there are a nice number of treasure chests that are pretty much out in the open field. The weird thing about treasure chests in this game is that if you open a treasure chest, chances are it's going to have gil or it's going to have a useless item. But when you leave an area and then come back, that treasure chest will respawn and it'll usually have something different. So I guess it's kind of, sort of, but not really some kind of way to make you want to open more and more treasure chests. But that does get a little dangerous with one certain aspect of the game, and I'll get to that later on. But first, we finally found that nomad village that Old Dalan was talking about. So that way we can find the mystical sunstone and finally open up that crescent stone or whatever. So we can go through the secret passage. Oh, is it just me or does this game seem to be longing itself out? Oh, a dark crystal. Is Jim Henson involved in this? I would really love to meet Jim Henson in this village. That's a mighty big dark crystal. So once we talk to her, we'll finally start up the second aspect of this quest thingamabobber. Which is kind of weird in a way when you read this, because she says that sunstones are basically sold off to shops, that way they can make their living. If that's true, then how come we can't just go to a store and buy a sunstone? Do we really have to go through this little quest where we have to find this girl's lost son or whatever? In fact, this is also another really stupid thing that they do. They let their children roam around, collecting the sun's energy through these dark crystals that are scattered around, and yet they have no way to defend themselves. Think about that for a second.
Pinello? What are you doing
Also,
here?
Pinello's here, but that's not
I could ask you
important.
the same, though the answer is pretty
I
clear.
could ask you the same
No
thing
good.
as well.
What?
Yeah,
I'm being
didn't see that
good.
coming, did you?
Is that right? So then you wouldn't mind if I, say, tagged along, would you?
Are you saying that you would like to
Oh,
be
don't
my
worry.
escort?
Miguel is busy with preparations for the fete up at the palace. Well, I'm free for the whole day. Well, let's get going.
Baby, you just read my mind. But being serious, Pinello's just going to be our new party member, and what's so special about that other than the fact that we have another person that can kill monsters with us? Nothing really. Unfortunately, every party member has their own license board that you gotta fill up so that way they can get all the equipment. So right now, Pinello can't really equip anything other than daggers, but she does accumulate license points just like you. Every time you kill a monster, she gets the same amount of license points. And if you actually go to the license board when you first get her, you'll find out that she has a pretty good sum of license points to use. Pinello also explains that she has her own little thing called gambits. You don't really get much of an explanation on gambits now, but essentially what gambits are is that they're programs for your party members that you can set up. Basically what she does is that she'll heal you whenever you're low on health using a cure spell, or she'll attack enemies that are coming nearby. It's pretty useful, especially later on when you actually get to change gambits around and turn them on and off. So you can actually set it up yourself and your party members to attack enemies automatically without having to push a single button. It's kind of weird, but if you strategize yourself right, you can pretty much make yourself invincible. But enough about that, we have to traverse this beautiful desert plain place and fight giant bird monsters. Yeah, the Earthstrix is pretty much the only real new enemy we come across. These things actually give off a pretty good amount of EXP if you kill a lot. They're slightly stronger than wolves, but I think they're level 4 or 5. And of course they give off feathers and stones and whatnot when you kill them. I guess this is the cool thing about Final Fantasy XII, being able to actually move around and heal yourself and cast magic whenever you want, and being able to flee in real time. And if I'm correct, this little boy we're looking for is going to be in the next area we come across. But for now, we just need to roam around for a bit, you know, get from one area to another, fighting some hyenas along the way. Some treasure chests that I really want to open, but unfortunately I can't. Yeah, another cool thing about the game is that you can also block every once in a while. It all depends on stats and whatnot. You can also evade, but you gotta be really lucky to get that stuff, but you really don't. There's a few instances where you might need to block, but chances are you're not going to block very often until you level up some more. Let's see, Nomad Youth, he's the only one here, so I take it that's Jin. Awesome, so we can finally take him home Get our sunstone and go. Alright, kid, get up. Oh, what is this? I call BS. He totally did not hurt his leg running away from monsters. Might as well do this for him. Look, he's standing up right now. Total pussy. Unfortunately, this is the other thing we have to do. We have to go around dark crystals with this shade stone, and we have to absorb sunlight so that way we can get our own sunstone. And that's pretty much going to have to happen at the next part of this playthrough. For right now, we're just going to... Yeah, you see over there, those glowing crystals are the dark crystals absorbing sunlight. We gotta go to those, absorbing sunlight with our shade stones, so that way it'll turn into a sunstone. And we got our sunstone then. Like I said, that's going to have to happen at the next part, so tune in next time where we actually go and get that sunstone. See you later.